Welcome back, Baddies. This is our 49th podcast, and I'm here, one of your OG hosts, Herbert,
Jonathan,
Streets,
Enrique,
Ronnie,
and it's hot. And you know what I like to do when it's hot? Stay in and not go on hikes like a ridiculous person. And didn't you guys go on a bad hike recently?
No. Well, we went on 2 hikes, and you weren't involved in those 2 hikes. And this was the previous weekend, so on Friday we ended up doing a night hike, right, with a group of friends, right?
Yeah.
And Ronnie was there though.
Yeah, we were all there.
So, but the good thing was that we were, how many of us?
Actually, like 7 of us.
7 of us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was one person, Jenny. Shout out Jenny. She's a pretty cool girl. A woman. Whatever you want to call her. She could be a soccer mom, right? Or Baddie soccer mom.
Mm-hmm.
But she was awesome. She liked the hike. We did a Glendora mountain hike, and it was we were only gonna do one 5 miles, not even 3 miles, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a really short hike. I was looking for it, looking forward to it for like a 2-hour hike,
and then go home and get
go back. Yeah, that's it. Call it a night. But tell me why? How many miles did we do? 9?
Yeah, but it's because Kristen had to hit her 50-mile challenge. I think she had a mile challenge.
Very selfish. Very selfish.
So Kristen, she's in a trying to what is it called, send her application. So I don't know if you want to just cancel her.
I'm gonna be honest here. Kristen is probably one of the top applicants, and I'm looking forward to reviewing her resume when she sends it over.
But what if Ronnie says that she ruined his Friday?
Ronnie has. I really don't care what Ronnie has to say about anything. So
well, let's say it was beautiful. It was beautiful though, right? Because it was in Glendora. We saw the sunset was really nice.
I know, yeah,
oh my god,
it was really nice. I got some really good pictures.
And it was the weather pretty good.
The weather was good. Yeah, it was hot when we first started, but as soon as the sun was setting, it was a cool. It was in the 80s.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It was tolerable. Yeah.
And then we saw if you guys ever go to the Lower Monroe Trail. Try to find in Glendora, the tire swing, and you can get pretty cool videos and pictures right there. But if you go at night, make sure you have a flashlight because it gets pretty dark because you're in between 2 mountains, right, and the trees and all that.
Yeah, make sure you always have if you have a tall friend, make them go in the front to get all the spider webs out of the way.
Good. Oh, we saw a big spider,
it was no, dude, that thing was.
It was like at least a quarter or a half.
Fit on your hand,
It was big.
What is big though?
It was big. Let's just say big. BIG.
Okay.
But it was a big spider. We didn't want to scare it. Because it looked pretty cool. It like Spider-Man basically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, you're just mad because you weren't there.
I am mad because I wasn't there.
Yeah, so he wasn't there on Friday.
I was actually preoccupied with other stuff, but I really wanted to go. I was excited for that hike, but I wasn't able to attend.
So tell me why. If we're having a good night, we're hiking. We weren't worrying about where we parked, but we always park before some gate.
We park on the main road.
Yeah, right. And we ended up parking this after more in towards the actual where the hike starts. And I was doing research and I didn't see anything. And nobody saw anything. So we ended up finishing the hike. We start walking. We make a left on the street where we were parked in, and we see the gates closed. And this was already 9:30, 10.
Yeah, it was almost 10. Yeah.
We're tired. We want to go home. We're down the street. We live in Azusa, so it's 10-minute drive. It doesn't matter, but. Yeah. But we see that the gate's closed, so, we saw the sign and it said call Glendora PD. So we did call Glendora PD. So we made, it was Ronnie and who else waited with you?
I did. It was me. Yeah. I have my hands raised.
Oh, yeah. You guys waited back. Yeah. And I went to go get the cars. And then we had, the cool thing is that if you ever do get stuck in these, parking lots that close, by whatever time, it said by dusk, right? It said, you had to.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they announce it. And then on the paper, they leave, a flyer and they say, call the Glendora PD because there's they'll come out, and we thought we were gonna get in trouble. Oh, you try to make a joke, right? You're like, dude, they need $1,000 from us, and I was like, what do you mean they need $1,000?
I made a call and they were like, oh yeah, we'll send someone in, but you guys already left. So then I was like, dude, let's play a joke on them,
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's just say Park Services doesn't come out until 6 a.m. the next day. Nobody can come out, and if you really want somebody to come out, you have to pay a big fine. We're like, oh, what should it be? Okay, $1,000. So we called you guys, and you were like, hey, man, what happened? And then I explained that, and you were like, "Wait, are you fucking serious?" Like,
No, and I
I was like, "Dude, like, are you down to split it? Like, tell the girls, be like, hey, we can split the $1,000, you know."
Well, I did say $1,000, and everybody started saying like literally, Kristen was like, they were making their math like, okay, divided by 7 or whatever. And I was laughing because I already kind of knew that you guys were messing around with me.
Because the story, did you already know like we're fucking around?
Yeah, well, and I hope you guys did call, but you guys did call, thank God.
Oh yeah.
But I know that once we got our cars, once you said, hey, come, because they're gonna come.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Come up to the gate, guys. Like, we just gotta wait for somebody, you know.
Dude, we waited like what, 10, 15 minutes? We were just hanging out.
A little longer.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes. Yeah, we were waiting there talking.
It was cool.
Well,
Just
fun fact: if you're being murdered at your home and you live nearby, the cops take 10 to 15 minutes to get to you. So keep that in mind.
That's
I mean,
true.
I wouldn't call it. It wasn't an emergency per se.
But they got there kind of fast.
Yeah, we were just talking. We were airdropping all the pictures that we took, you know.
It was a nice, handsome cop too. So thank God, you know.
Yeah,
I don't want some Uggo showing up.
Some Uggo?
Some goblin. Some goblin. Let's see, like Post Malone. Like, no, I'm serious. Like that guy's like, if he was a normal guy, like he worked at Best Buy, you're like, oh my God, that guy's disgusting. But now he makes rap videos and now he's
okay.
Yeah, Post Malone's hot.
No, it's not.
Huh?
No.
You want to invite him to a hike with us?
No.
Sunset hike?
Actually, no. Yeah, no. What's the one we did? Where it's dark, so I don't have to see his face.
I was gonna say that. No, but yeah. So
take him to the peak of all peaks.
Damn.
oh,
Greater Calamity.
okay, guys.
Doesn't he have tattoos says always tired?
Always tired.
Yeah.
Well, that was us. Always
Yeah.
tired. So after that Friday, we decided to join our favorite group, hiking group, Hike Revolution. And which one of them, like the main guys, Justin and Omar, and Francisco wasn't there, but Omar and Justin, we like to support you guys, so we went with you guys, right? And it was me and Enrique. I know Ronnie. I don't know what happened, Ronnie. Well, another excuse, I guess. You guys already know.
Oh yeah, man. No, okay, for that one.
Here
Since
goes.
you guys told me, it was like, hey man, like we're gonna do this crazy hike, whatever. I was like, all right, how long? And it's like, oh, like 14 miles. And in my head, I'm like, nope. And I was like, okay, like, what's the elevation gain? And you were like, oh, like, I don't know, 6,000 feet. And then in my head, I was like, hell no.
Nope, even worse.
And I was like, yeah, man, like, 50-50, like, I'll be there, you know?
So,
That's what you said in your out loud.
So this hike, guys, if you guys never heard of it, well, now you guys know the name. There's Calamity and there's Greater Calamity. Calamity is, it's what is it, 4,000?
Already existed, right?
Greater Calamity's already existed. It was on the Gaia maps, but it was elevation is I think the Greater Calamity it's around like 6,000, and the other Calamity is around like 4,000 or 5,000. It's like 1,000 difference feet, but that doesn't mean that. Okay, so in hiking, when I tell you just 1,000 feet, doesn't mean like walking is easy, because it's flat. But this was Ricky could explain to you the terrain. So we want to go ahead, watch.
Well, the terrain was challenging. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. We helped out, and then like a couple months ago to clean up the trail a little bit with Justin and his group, and he did most of the work. He did a fantastic job. It must have been heavy work to finish that trail all the way up. So I was glad that me and Jonathan were able to participate in part of the cleaning many months back. But that being said, the terrain is still being adjusted to hikers and as a path in general, right? So like the plants there specifically are very thorny. They're very like scratchy. Like it's the terrain's like rock. There's a lot of rocks and like the floor isn't even all the time. So like you're either slipping or like a lot of rocks. You're being stabbed by thorns. Like it wasn't just elevation. It was like it was an experience going through that path. So
just to tell you guys now. So yeah, if you download Gaia the app, the hiking app on Google app or what was it the Apple
Play Store.
All the apps pages, you find that Calamity Peak. It's 5,800 feet elevation, and Greater Calamity is 6,785 feet of elevation. So it's 1,000 difference. But yeah, like he's saying, there's thorns on the ground. So straight up, guys, if you guys ever do a hike somewhere, make sure that you wear wear some good shoes, because we will talk about why. I'm not saying you have to wear the best shoes, brand new shoes, because you're gonna mess them up on that terrain. And not only that, make sure you have a charger, you have water, and we'll talk to you how much water you have to have, because this time is hot. This season, you guys already know, you guys are all hot right now, sweating and shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm sweating right now, man.
so it's hot, right? It's the temp, and I don't know if we went on the hottest. We almost went on the hottest week. It was 96 degrees.
No, yeah, that whole week was like intense.
There's no shade, and
For the most part, no shade.
yeah, no, for the most part, there's only like 5 minutes of shade.
Most.
One-
I,
like
the
one
word
tree or
most
whatever.
Oh, and also please watch out with the red ants. Oh, those.
Oh yes, I got
Oh,
stung 3
hell,
times.
Really?
Close to my and on my body, I guess is where it matters. But like I got stung or bit 3 times, and it's a fun experience. It's
Just
a
by
little
walking,
painful.
or were you chilling?
Not chilling because remember we stopped.
Sometimes a little bit of both, because like when you throw dirt on yourself, like something they manage to get on you, and like they'll climb up, and like I got bit like on my thigh, I got bit like on my calf, and I got bit in my back somewhere. I don't know why I felt something, and I ended up I got bit there too. I don't know how I got there, but I mean just being careful with the ants. There's a lot of red ants and a lot of they're trying to bite you. They're after you.
Well, see, I don't know. Like someone said, just leave them alone, but if you leave them alone, they still bite you.
Just like don't look them in the eye.
Because I heard if you kill one, I guess, yeah, the homies are gonna have revenge, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you can't really not step on ants. Like
That's true.
the entire path was filled with them. Like we saw big mountains of like their own homes and stuff. Like big colonies and
They're making their own little villages.
their own
like,
civilization. They were carrying rocks, leaves, like dead ants. Like it seemed like a whole movie was happening that we didn't even happen.
You know, like
we didn't even
the
know
Ants movie, you know, right?
Yeah,
There was
the
the
ants or like A Bug's Life.
Bugs
We
Life,
saw
yeah.
that happening.
So make sure you download the offline map. So we ended up going with the group, and going up there, we all like kind of split, but we made sure that like everybody was like safe. I was helping this one girl, what is it, Carla, yeah, Carla. And I was helping her get up there, and I know I kept asking her, I kept telling her, hey, are you good? Because once we reached Calamity Peak, a lot of people turned back. Like, a lot, like, probably like what, like, I'm gonna say 10 people turned back?
Like 10 people turned back. Yeah.
Oh, like from all the people that went?
Yeah, from all the people.
10
So,
people turn around.
which was, this was, I think the first peak we reached it at what, like 10, 11?
It was like 10 in
10:30?
the morning, yeah.
It's like, yeah, let's say 9 to 11. I'm not,
So wait, so how long did it take you to get to the first peak?
like 3-4 hours?
How long did it take you to get to the last one?
The greater.
Like another like 3-4 hours,
Wow.
but it was less
Yeah,
mileage.
that's how hard it was, huh? Well, you guys are already fucking dead.
Well, we're waiting for others, but yeah, it was bad. And like I said, it kept getting hotter, and the temperature was,
Heat
the
was
heat,
rising.
the freaking sun was just beating on you.
Which I guess if we're talking about heat, I guess we'll talk about water for a second. It was a great eye-opening experience for myself, even though I'm usually prepared, and just to see other people suffer, because you have to know and calculate and like really prepare to how much water you should bring to a hike. Some articles say that you should bring up to like half a liter of water for every hour you're hiking, and this is on normal conditions, right? This hike makes sense because it was like, I think overall, how long was it, like 5-6 hours?
No, this hike with
Yeah.
breaks, everything, it was like 10 hours. Oh,
Well, yeah, okay, so but do the math though. You would have to bring like 4 liters or like 5 liters of
yeah,
water.
let's say 5 or
Which
6.
nobody brought that. Like I brought like 4 liters and about that. I ended up sharing most of my water because people needed it. Jonathan shared a bunch of water too.
I brought like
our
2
electrolytes,
liters.
our snacks. Like we were just trying to help people out. We're happy to help. Don't get me wrong. We're happy to do that, but it just we were not prepared, and like people were like showing symptoms of like dehydration, being tired, fatigue. Like especially if it's gonna be hot, I think you're supposed to double the numbers, and you're supposed to carry at least 1 liter per hour. So just think about that, 1 liter per hour. That's a lot of water to carry, so like it's kind of
It gets
unrealistic in some sense, which is why you want to kind of formulate most of your hikes, if you can, if there's a reliable water source nearby, because those little straws that are all fun and games, they can come in handy for longer hikes. I mean, short hikes doesn't matter, for long hikes, you can actually refuel your water for the rest of the hikes that you have. So I would pay attention to that, but again, reliable water sources. Not all water you see is reliable, but
At what point did you guys realize, like, oh my god, this is not going to be good? Like, there had to be a certain point.
to me, I think it was on the way back, maybe like in the first hour or two on the way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, first out, how long did you have left?
A couple hours, I think, still.
Dude, we had like, so I realized it once when you have the Camelback or your water back, the hydration packs, and when you're like, when you're sucking on it and you just start getting like little air gaps, like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit.
The little-
So yeah, the little, so that, when I figured that out, which was like still 2 hours left, I said like an hour and a half or 2, I was like, okay, I'm going to save at least the last little sip in case of anything, whatever. So
Mind dehydrated.
yeah, so we're just breathing in through our nose instead of our mouth, because
So try to keep our mouth moist,
Yeah.
because when you breathe through your mouth, it it gets harder. You get to end up cutting your throat with the air or whatever. So like you want to kind of stay as moist as possible to help you not get thirsty, I guess, to help you stay in control of not drinking water. But I ended up doing what he did, and I thought I still had like a sip or two of water just to kind of wet my mouth if I needed it. And when there I was like sucking like an idiot on my camel pack, and no water was coming out. The most disappointing feeling when you're in the middle of the heat. You can feel the heat from the floor, the heat from the sun. Like it was just a bad experience to just try to expect water and not get none.
That's hilarious.
So and also Omar, thank you Omar. He took extra water and they already had some water stashed there up in Calamity Peak. So when we're coming down from Greater Calamity, we ended up passing some out, and I'm over here like, nah, I don't need no more water. Like I'm good. So I didn't like pour some in my bag, right? Because I was like, fuck it, like I'll give it to them.
I didn't either.
So, which I was like, fuck. After an hour, like I left the peak, I was like, fuck. I was regretting it, but I'm not gonna go back. It's because it's already gone. So, and also Edwin, the night before, the guy that we had our last guest, he ended up doing a 50K, and then he still joined us on that hike, right? Calamity.
That, man. That's pretty impressive.
But he joined us to just Calamity, and then he said after Calamity, he left. And I called him after. I was like, bro, you made the right decision. He's like, yup, I knew it. He's like, it was hot. And I was like, because I wasn't I don't know, like I was covered up, like everybody had like their hats. We all had like, I had my, what is it called? The mouth cover, not the mouth. Yeah, mouth
But then at the same time, like I'm agreeing with Jonathan. We're like, me and him both felt fine. Like we definitely have the experience for a hike like this. But like, it was kind of like in the worst conditions possible, which is what kind of caught us off guard. But like, that's why on the way out we were fine. We didn't think we needed extra water because we were fine. Like we were just fine the entire time. At least me and Jonathan were, until we weren't. Because at some point we just weren't. You know what I mean? After helping so much, doing so much, experiencing how much the heat is affecting us, like we started realizing that like I think we reached the limit of our help, and even for ourselves, which is kind of like at that point we kind of broke off and tried just reaching the bottom already because we had run out of water.
So what I told my boss is that, because I work in the office, I told him that I just want to start working outside in the heat so I could get used to the heat, So I'm gonna start working outside every day, bro. Because I'm not used to the heat.
Did you ever like think about because you're a Marine? Did you ever think about murder at any time?
Stop.
Because you had to come across like if I want to, I could probably kill everybody in this hike right now
and take their water.
There's no water.
That's a very plausible argument you have there. Except I didn't find that to be a necessary thing for my condition. At the end of the day, we're like they also teach us not just to kill; they teach us to how to survive and how to make rational decisions, and that just didn't seem to be the best one at the moment.
But if you wanted to, you could.
I mean, anyone could by that matter. You don't have to be a Marine to do that. That's why serial killers exist.
So every time we had like the chance to get like a shaded area, which was like one in a blue moon, I remember Enrique will stop and he would just put down go on not his knees, but
I would kind of do like I guess a
squat,
like a baby squat where you kind of just rest like in that squat position just because my legs were tired. One of those times was funny because I cramped up a little. I don't know what I did differently, but I stretched a different muscle, and I ended up getting cramped from like my hip all the way to my toes, and just one leg only. And I'm sure it was fun for Jonathan to watch me like crip dance for a few seconds, right? But I did my best to like hold it together. And then I was sweating, like I can already feel my mouth was dry, and I was like, damn, like I am actually being challenged. Like this is a very difficult hike for me.
That's insane.
But like I was out, man. I gave my electrolytes away and everything. So
yeah. What were you doing, Herbert?
I was probably, I don't know, I think it was cool. Like I was there was AC around, I was hydrated, it was nice. I think I had dealing with my family, because I like to stay in at the Sunday, at the Lord's Day. This is what I like to bring up. Even in the Bible, God decided to take a rest on the seventh day. He didn't say, you know what, I'm going to go hike on the Garden of Eden. There's a new little hike.
Yeah, but
I have Gaia. I have Gaia app, and I think there's a trail next to the garden.
What if my week starts on Wednesday? Is my seventh day on Wednesday?
Okay, then that makes sense. But we got some.
Yeah, man.
Okay, take a break.
So
I slept in. Like nice, I said, like AC, a little fan going on. A cold glass of water next to me.
I know, that's
great. It was great.
Compare and contrast, we just get a quick view of what's going on with them.
I probably woke up, I drank my water, and then
I went back to sleep while we were suffering.
And I was like, yeah, those guys are killing it out there.
Killing it out there. No, we weren't. No, we were.
So, real quick, I just want to give you guys a little lesson, or just if you like hiking and if you don't own a Camelback or hydration pack, go buy one right now. Like, just stop the podcast, go to REI or Walmart, whatever. Just something that can hold water. And buy it yourself. Don't buy yourself a 2-liter one. Try to buy yourself a 3-liter or 4-liter, straight up. Not only that, because if you carry extra water for you and for someone else, then, it'll be fine, right? Like, that extra weight's not gonna hurt. But I did look at those hydration packs that are 6 liters and like running packs, the hiking running ones, the one that like kind of fit snug in your body, and they're freaking expensive. But guess what? It's your body though. You don't want to, you want to take care of yourself, because I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you hike and you can't make it down the mountain, guess what? The next option is you're gonna get airlifted if you have signal.
Oh, and that can cost us like $3,000 if to just get airlifted.
Oh, did you guys look at it?
Well, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, I know about it, but we didn't look it up while we were hiking because we didn't have signal.
Yeah. We were talking about it then because it was just a fun conversation where we're like, look, maybe it's you tonight. Maybe it's me today. We never know. One of us might get a helicopter.
No, we know.
But talking about water, though, like a quick fun fact about it. I don't know if you guys know, but if you're feeling thirsty, that means you're already dehydrated. That's something that a lot of people don't know. That feeling of being thirsty is because you are already dehydrated. So if you pay attention to your body, you should try your best to not feel thirsty throughout the day. During hiking, they recommend taking small sips, like every 15 to 20 minutes. Just small couple sips every 15 to 20 minutes. Just kind of stay hydrated, because when you feel thirsty, it's because you're already dehydrated and your body's already fatiguing, which is why you start feeling cramps and this. And then you drink water. Well, it's going to take the water a little bit to kick in. So like, I would just, the lesson here is that if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So just keep that in mind so you understand your body better. So you know how much water to drink in hikes, and you know, I guess, how to take care of yourself, because dehydration is no joke, man. That sucks.
You could also just sleep in.
No, that's
And cancel.
option B. I mean, there's option A. We can just go like almost die, but there's
Option B sounds good.
yeah.
No.
Maybe it should be option A.
So I feel like after this hike though, we learned a lot. We learned first off that the hiking community is we all love each other because we all helped each other, and we literally did help each other.
But we're done, right? Like, we're done hiking.
No, we're gonna keep on hiking.
Didn't you say? Yeah, didn't you say you want to close? Yeah.
No, we're not closing no page.
Turn off the lights.
We're gonna get matter.
Like, hang the apron, Like,
no, matter of fact, we're gonna get more
We're
people.
going to upgrade the apron. We just got stronger.
Call it a day.
No, we just got stronger and we're unstoppable. I felt unstoppable, actually. Enrique knows this.
Yeah, we both did.
Dude, once I was done, I was like, man, just drive through red lights, stop signs. I don't care. Get home. And then when I got home, dude, I closed the door and like my mom was trying to say hi to me and I didn't even talk to her.
I just
flipped her off. You just flipped her off.
No, but
Hi, mijo.
That's pesado. No, so what we learned, we want to do in the future hikes, so like long hikes. I'm not talking about short hikes. Is we want to take a cooler with us, leave it in the car with some ice, put some like Pedialyte, some seltzers, maybe beer.
I know it's going to be a long hike, yeah.
Some water, cold water, so when you get back, you have that ready right there. So you kind of have that like end goal, like I'm going to get to my car and I'm going to have a cold glass
of water, not glass, just cold water, cold Pedialyte, something
in my mouth.
If you know it's going to be a long hike, prepare. If you don't take it with you, leave it in your car, but at least you know your car has it.
So there's a story. So Omar, oh shit, let me tell you. Okay, guys. So Omar, he always has his hydro flask with ice, so when he gets back from the hike, he drinks it. So Omar took one of our friends with him. He gave him a ride on his car, and he told him like, "Hey, wait for me in the car because I'm gonna take care of a girl, right? Because help her bring you down." So he gave the other guy the keys, and he went back to the car. He made it down before him because he was behind. And tell me why he ended up drinking all his water. So when Omar got down, he's like, "Hey, bro, can you bring me the flask?" Like to his friend, and he brought it to him, and like he only had like a little drop,
one little sip. He was like, what?
He's like, what? Like he told, because they made a deal to save half for each other, but I guess the other guy wanted it more.
Damn, betrayal. What did Omar say? He stabbed us?
He just said,
murder.
He just said like he was disappointed, I guess, but he was like, it's over. It's already over.
He broke up with that person.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody should take like a small cooler, and bring some like water, like, or anything like that. I don't know what you like to drink. No sodas, please. Yeah. Maybe Gatorade, Powerade, sugar free. But yeah, so what we did though, since we didn't have a cooler, me and Enrique, we got back to the car. But before we got back to the car, we saw a lemon tree. And we thought it was a smart idea just to get a lemon and freaking squeeze in.
We didn't think it was a smart idea. It was just an idea that we just felt necessary at the moment.
Yeah, whatever. Well, we had that lemon, And he's like, dude, I feel like throwing up. I guess the acid, got to him.
I don't know what it was, but I was just so thirsty, and I just put lemon juice in my mouth. I was biting the lemon, but from the inside. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it would have had a tad bit of sweetness, but like for the most part, it must have been sour, but I couldn't taste that much sourness because my mouth was dry. But I must have figured, I don't know, it was like all mental, and like I didn't know what was going on, but it was sour as shit, and it was not a good experience. And afterwards, I was like, maybe it wasn't a good idea. I felt a little nauseous after that, and I was fine after, and I was like, I don't know what I did that for, but.
Yeah, so we get to the car, and I tell Enrique, hey, you good to drive? Because he was cramping up, dude. And he gets to the car. Once he sits in, he's like, nah, I can't move anymore. So I had to get down to the liquor because we went to the liquor nearest liquor. I ended up buying 2 Pedialytes, 2, what is it called? Perriers, the waters, And then we ended up buying 2, just 2 regular Dasani waters. And I drank most of it, and the Pedialyte tasted like heaven. Literally, Pedialytes are the best. Like, buy them right now. Like, if you're listening to this podcast, I know Omar listens to this when he's running. Stop by the next liquor, get a Pedialyte. Strawberry kiwi.
Oh, and also, if you don't want to carry the weight, they also have them in powder form, so you can bring them hiking and whatever. And if you feel the need that your body needs a Pedialyte, you just pour that little pack into a water bottle, and boom, you got Pedialyte.
Yeah, but
we're not sponsored though, so.
But what water though? Like, if you run out of water, like that's.
Well, you just.
You dry scoop it.
Oh, dry scoop.
Actually, always bring lemons in Pedialyte, right?
No.
Just be prepared, guys. Honestly, like just being prepared is like the bigger message here. If you know it's gonna be a long hike, be prepared. Bring enough water, enough snacks, and. Yeah,
this was an eye opener though for us. Like, straight up, if I ever again do a hike with the group, or like a group hike for the Baddies, a big hike, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Please bring water, because it sucks not. I don't know, your mouth being dry and you just like thinking of like solutions like in your head, like not even. Dude, I was like walking behind. Yeah, I was walking behind Enrique, and I wasn't even telling him what I was thinking, but we were probably thinking different things, like survival stuff. Cause
our own ways of.
Yeah, and I don't want to get him scared, because I was like, bro, like what if I pass out? I don't know. It was just
were you guys getting like a little delusional at that point?
Kind of.
Well, I feel like that's what it was. Like, honestly, it was hot, and trust me, we were prepared for like, and we are also prepared to help other people.
Yeah.
But we didn't expect to help so much and do so much, and even ourselves need so much. So it was kind of like there was like a rare condition where me and Jonathan were actually pushed to our limits, like, and we were actually being challenged. Did the mountain defeat us? No, absolutely not. Like I said, we walked away stronger and happy, and like we conquered it. But nonetheless, it really did challenge us and open our minds and eyes to like how to really prepare. Because I was thinking the same things about like solutions. We were just suffering. It was just bad, but.
And there are some people that joined us that they were new to us. They ended up saying that, yeah, this hike is way harder than Mount Baldy. It's not because it's like, what can I say, like elevation, like it's because elevation is higher in Mount Baldy. So that if you get elevation, if you get elevation sickness, right?
Yeah.
Then it's not that. It's the fact that, first off, the terrain sucked. I'm telling you, me and Enrique tried to run back to our cars. We're like, all right, peace, y'all. Peace to everybody. We started running back. And tell me why me and him got lost. Literally 10 minutes wasted of just... That was so bad. Oh, dude. If you guys could just see us running,
and honestly, I
was just running in circles. Like, we just see a bird's eye view.
It felt like a scary movie, dude. Like, I even told Jonathan, and then that's how the dude we were just messing around. I was like, dude, it feels like a scary movie. We got stuck. We went back. We went forward. We went again, and we got stuck. We went back. We went forward again, and we got stuck. And I was like, this is fun. This is crazy. The map says that the trail is right next to us, and for the life of us, we can't get through it.
So we had to backtrack.
Like a good 5 minutes. Yeah. Like, it was a while of backtracking.
And then we finally heard someone, which was our friends, Hugo, which we met him. He's a pretty cool guy, Hugo. We heard him saying like, hey guys. I was like, dude, we got lost. It was like, yeah, like just go down this way. And then we ended up going down that way. That's it. We didn't get lost after that. And my phone died, but I had a battery pack, and yeah, it was just crazy. Those thorns sucked. I'll tell you that. Freaking those trees
I have cuts all over my hand. Yeah. Like I have like 5 holes in my hand. My body's full of scratches. Like I almost beat up, man. I was messed up, but.
So if you ever want to do Calamity and Greater Calamity, if you ever hear that your friend's talking about that because it's a new peak,
find new friends. That's what. Yeah, don't do
find
it.
New friends.
Yeah,
no, do it, but make sure that you're ready for it. And when I say ready for an adventure. They call it, what do they call it? A Sufferfest?
Sufferfest.
So I think I guess it's just me and Ronnie's are virgins to Calamity Peak. I think we should get maybe one day we could work our way up to and finally enter.
We can just get airlifted there. Get dropped off, take a picture, and then just go back.
Right, it's kind of the same
Or just
thing.
Photoshop yourself.
What is hiking? You're just there for a picture. Let's be honest.
You have good insurance. I think you just pay the copay and that's it. You get a free airlift.
That's true. I do have
First
good
time.
insurance.
Yeah, we got insurance.
Yeah.
The baddies don't give insurance. Just saying.
All right, then I don't. So would you?
No,
ever,
he's still under his mom's.
all right. So
right?
would you? No, would you ever want to do it?
To get airdrop? Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Calamity.
I'm down
Very
with that.
Calamity. The GC. Very Calamity. Would you ever want to
Hell
do it?
no. I'm good.
Would you want to do Calamity?
Okay, I'll do Calamity.
Just so you can
Calamity is
see-
not hard.
I'll do Calamity, man.
Calamity's not bad.
That's cool.
Alright, so how about this? We'll set it in stone. We'll do it when it gets colder. Like, not colder, but
Just
like,
Calamity.
Just Calamity.
Okay.
And if you guys feel like you guys want to go more, then it's not far. It's like 1,000 feet more.
But
I'm
you
telling you,
add,
That's
like,
a
what,
good
2 hours?
elevation.
No, it's because of
So maybe by the end of the year,
yeah.
Yeah, when it's cold.
when it's
Probably November
So you have a lot of time
and
to train and prepare.
the end of November. There it is.
I would say November. It starts to cool off.
this is just like an idea. All right, this isn't set in stone.
Yeah.
There's no stone.
we got to record it.
No one gets stoned at the.
No,
back.
you said it.
No one gets done at the baddies because we get drug tested, guys.
We do get drug tested.
Sorry. So if you want to be a baddie in the future, you gotta make sure that you don't do drugs. But yeah, guys. So make sure it's hot. Keeps getting hot. There's heat waves coming through. Anywhere. I was in Del Mar, over there in San Diego, and it was hot. I don't know why, but just the heat wave. So yeah, make sure, guys, if you guys go hiking, start early. Trust me, you'll avoid a lot and start early, right? Like at least 4, 5 latest.
Don't start.
Start early, and I promise you'll thank me and the baddies here. But guess what? We're still going to be doing some events this week. No events, but next week coming up, we'll do some events. We'll announce it, and keep on hiking, keep on exploring. If you want to be a baddie, hey, hit us up, DM us. Don't forget to get your stickers when you see us. Let us know how you heard about us.
Yeah, we'll be giving out Pedialites, I think, right? Nice.
Fuck Pedialites. No, we'll be giving out passes to go to Calamity Peak or Great Calamity.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. Like I said, always follow us on Instagram, listen to us on Spotify and YouTube, and have a great week.